So, let's chat. Welcome to, I don't know, Paris vlog number 3, week 3. I can't believe that I've been here for 2 weeks already. Like, that's crazy. I'm looking a little struggle bussy today. It was a long night. As y'all know from the last vlog, didn't get home till like 5. My lashes were struggling. So literally, like, I just sat at the mirror just now for like 20 minutes. Took them all off. Don't need that drama anymore. They was going gang signs. It was time to go. But I wanted to debrief on this past weekend because this was my first weekend here going out with friends like consistently. The first week that I was here, I really just wanted to like focus on me, get my bearings, like gain my bearings, all that jazz. But this week I was like very intentional about going out and doing things with my friends. And honestly, I want to be able to say, oh my God, Paris owes me nothing. Paris is indebted to me. Like, I just don't know if nightlife in Paris is really a vibe. Like, in the nicest way possible, like, it has not been it. And the tea is hot. Like, there were just several moments going out this past weekend where I was just like, y'all know that? I wanna go. That was me. Like, it just, and I stayed because I was like, okay, like I'm in Paris, like I need to immerse myself. I need to like really understand what local nightlife is like. But it has been like every single club, something annoying or ridiculous has happened. And it's like, get me out of here. Okay, I would rather be at home, like sipping a glass of wine, watching Netflix, than out here playing around with y'all folk. Wild. So I'll start from the beginning. Okay. Now, keep in mind, I have been out in Paris before, plenty of times. This was my first time, I guess, going out with groups of friends, basically. So on Friday night, I, as you all saw, like went to the cinema. It's the only one with English subtitles. Really loved the movie. And then after that, I linked up with Jackie and some of her friends for drinks at a bar. That was really nice. Really chill, like 6 other people, just like dope talking. They're from all over the world, so it was like a really great conversation. After that, Jackie and I decided to go to somewhere I think called like Cafe Oz, and we should have known because when we told the group that we were with where we were going, they got this look on their face like, okay. But apparently Cafe Oz has multiple locations. So some locations like skew younger, some skew older, some music is different, whatever. This one we were supposed to be going to was supposed to be the one that was most, I guess, like tolerable. I don't know. So we get there, we're like a little buzzed, like going upstairs, and like we decide to just like do a lap because the place is so huge. It's like an entire massive rooftop, I guess, of like, it looked like a parking garage. So we're walking around, listening, like each side has different music, different vibes, which I thought was cool. Like one side played more hits, the other one played like hip hop, whatever it was cool. So we were just like taking a lap around, and I'm leading and Jackie's right behind me because I'm taller, and so it's easier to navigate with me out front. And there's this like guy walking towards me, this like, I don't know, just like a young black guy. He's like walking towards me, and so he says something to me as we're passing each other in French. I don't know what that means. So I just like keep walking, but I like turn around because I was like, oh, that was weird. Like, why would he just say something to me and then just like keep going? So I turned back around to like see what just happened. He's turned around too. He's passed me and he's turned back around and he's looking at someone ahead of me. And so I like swoop back around. I'm like, wait a minute now, I don't need to, not trying to get involved in no mess, okay? I am on foreign grounds. So I'm like, who's he looking at up there? After just having said something to me, he's looking at this guy and this guy's looking at him. So I'm like, this is so weird. So I'm like, whatever, let's just keep moving. So I'm continuing on. The friend that he was pointing at and like, I guess signaling to, walks up to me. And I'm like, and he's like, isn't that guy you just passed fine? I was like, did y'all orchestrate this whole thing? And I was like, what guy? And I turned back around and that guy is right behind me. And he's like, what's up? And I'm like, oh. I literally said, I was like, did you guys just plan out that whole rendezvous? Like this whole thing? You planned that out? Yikes. That's what we're doing to pull. Okay. So literally after, like within 3 minutes of speaking to these people. I'm like, oh, they're young. These people have to be maybe 21, 22. I'm like, get me out of here. I'm like, nodding, da 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 da. This man proceeds to tell me that he would love to get married so that he can get a green card. Within 30 seconds of the conversation dying down, he's like, let's cut to the chase. I need a green card. And I'm like, this is, y'all, the French youth. What is going on? I was shocked. Like, I hear about these things happening, but I was not prepared for it to just smack me in the face. Like within 10 minutes of being at a club. So I was just like, Fred can't do that. Sorry about you. Like, while I would love an EU passport, absolutely not. Sorry. I'm not really into scamming foreign governments. Or my own, if you're watching. IRS, I'm not into scamming you. So that was just like shocking because like literally it was like, I don't know. I just had never experienced that before. And so I was just like, this is weird. So we leave and I'm like, bye. Thanks. And so we leave and go to another dance floor and there's a guy that approaches me and Jackie, mainly Jackie, and he's talking to her. And he's like doing these like weird jerky motions and just being like crazy. And I think I talked about this in my last vlog too. And he got all upset because we didn't want to dance with him, even though he worked for the Ministry of Defense, so he has money. And I'm like, we have money too. You need to come with more than that. And that's what's just like so exhausting about men sometimes, I feel like, is that they literally feel like all they have to bring to the table is a paycheck. Babes, that's like the bare minimum. Like the bare minimum. So for him to think we were gonna jerky dance with him just because he works for the Ministry of Defense, we do not care. Bye. See you. It's up. It's over. I felt like that was so many people. We like got approached by so many people on the street. And as soon as they heard my American accent, it was like they saw, I don't want to say dollar signs because it's not like every American's rich, but they were like, I'm trying to move to New York. That's where everybody wants to move, New York. And I'm just like, y'all not gonna get me, okay? I had a literal situation like that the very next day. A man literally was like, I need a green card. Let's make this happen. What are you offering me? What are you offering me for this said green card? Why does it look like I'm Oprah just trying to hand out citizenships? Like it was just like, I don't know. It was tacky. It was tacky. It was very tacky. It was not cute to me at all. So that was that night. By 5 o'clock, I was shook, done, over, like was just not into it. It was like very F-boy central, honestly, over there. I will not be returning anytime soon. It's a lot of men and they're just prowling, prospecting. And so I literally at one point felt like prey on Animal Planet, like one of the gazelles, just minding their business, like living life, just enjoying my Saint Germain spritz, and lions like hungrily like encroaching on us. Not into it. So after that, we left, we went home, we were like, this too much. That's another thing about Parisian culture. Well, not culture. Let's not say culture. That's another thing about like the Parisian nightlife issue. Nothing is in walking distance from each other. So once you get done at a club, if you want to go somewhere else, you literally have to like take an Uber 20 minutes somewhere else. Like it's not easy to find places that are all right next to each other. It's not like one long strip with all the clubs on it like in Austin or something like that. You literally have to Uber somewhere else. The problem is by the time it gets late, there's literally no Ubers available. Like there's nothing. We had to wait 20 minutes outside on the street with men encroaching. Cigarette, can I bum a cigarette? And then using that excuse to talk to you again about like whatever. And it's just like, it was just, ooh. So we're just having to wait for everything all the time. There's just not enough supply of drivers. So you're constantly having to wait for a super long time. So that was Friday night. And I was just like, it's not giving. Like some music was good, but overall it was just not giving. Basically, the next day, like I was telling y'all, I got invited to a party by this guy. I was supposed to start at 8. I got there at literally like 11:15 and it still hadn't started. And I was like, okay. But basically, like I got there, it was very chill. Like it was just a bunch of people like sitting at tables, like eating food. And then the downstairs portion was where the like party was gonna happen. The thing about Paris is that there is no AC. Nobody has air conditioning, not even like the restaurants and businesses. So when you put everybody downstairs in a basement with no ventilation, closed doors, all of that comes together for it to be a hot, musty, crazy situation. So literally, like, we're down there, like, you know, dancing and stuff like that, but it's like I could barely breathe. Like, there's no ventilation. This happens a lot. Like, this is the third club I've been to where it's like everything's downstairs, everyone's slammed together downstairs, and it's crusty, musty, and dusty down there. And that's just like how Paris is about it. And I'm just like, ooh, this is gonna take some getting used to, because it's like very hard for me to enjoy when there's like waves of like smells and things. Like, nah. So like at the next club we went to, it was just the same way. So it's just like very hard to get used to. At that next club was where everything went to shit, honestly. We went to this next club after the party. We go downstairs because that's where everything was happening. Once again, we order drinks. We're just sitting, like, talking. People are, you know, the vibes are nice. We're with a big group of girls, and so it's me, Jade, and Jade's boyfriend, and we're all just like chilling. Eventually the club has to close. I think they close at like 2, and so they were like, everybody needs to leave. And we were like, okay. So we start like wrapping up, getting our stuff going. And this really weird dude in like a puffer jacket, jorts, and like a cashmere sweater with flip-flops, like walks up to Jade. And he's like saying all this stuff in French. And CJ steps up. He's like, nah, she's good, Playboy. Like, she's good. And this guy's like older. I'd say he's maybe in his like 50s, late 40s, 50s. So CJ's like being chill, but he's like, nah, she's good. Like, she's spoken for, thanks. And the guy's like, oh, no. Let me tell you. This is a white dude. He's like,
you and I, we're brothers. We're brothers. My wife is from Africa. So we're brothers. Don't worry about it.
That's not how that works, sir. So immediately, all three of us roll our eyes. We're like, here we freaking go. You just had to get weird about it, huh? So we're like, yeah, nah, sorry, bye. I was like, Jade, let's go. So we all like leave and go upstairs. And the same guy, as we're waiting outside again for an Uber for 35 minutes, this guy comes out of the club, the same guy, and he ends up getting in a screaming match with 2 people in a group next to us. And so, you know, me, especially black folk, we like, like we're sipping the tea. Like, we're like, what's going on? This is crazy. And so they're yelling in French. So we're asking our friends that are also with us to translate. And basically this guy's screaming at them because they're being loud on the street. And I'm like, but you're the one screaming, Mr. Puffer Jacket, flip-flop, cashmere sweater, jorts. Like, you're the one screaming. So they like are about to get into blows, like literally like this close to each other, screaming. The staff of the place is doing nothing. This is right outside their business, and they're all just standing and looking. And I'm like, oh, this is crazy. But it's also none of my business. Like, that is none of my business. So we're just standing there. All of a sudden, this guy has a bone to pick and starts coming over to us. I'm so glad CJ was there, because literally, I don't know what I would have done. This man started advancing on us, screaming at us in French, can't tell you what he's saying, but screaming at us. And then he pulls out his camera, shoves it in our faces, and starts taking pictures of us with flashing it in our eyes.
Why is he recording us? Oh, if you're gonna take pictures, I'll pose.
How you say I'm gonna beat your ass?
And once it got to that where he was right here with the camera, it was up. Like, at that point, like, CJ's like, I'll take care of it. Like, literally, like, because what were we gonna do? So then he turns around and he's like, you don't want to mess with us. And like kind of bucks at him a little bit. And the dude screams like, ah! And takes off running down the street. And CJ's not really, like, if you start something with him, he'll finish it. Like, I don't know him super well, but from what I've seen, you start it, he'll finish it. You advance on us. You came at us crazy. So CJ takes off after that man down the street. So we're like, Jade's like, stop it, stop. Oh my gosh, no, we're not going to jail tonight in Paris. Like, so we're like trying to calm CJ down. The guy's down the street, like, ugh, like throwing him, like doing all this stuff. And I start getting really irritated because I'm just like, I don't know what he's saying. And I asked my friend and I'm like, what is he saying? And she's like, it's offensive. And I'm like, cool, I'll take care of it too. So I'm backing CJ up because I'm like, y'all not just gonna disrespect us just because we're in your country. You're not gonna disrespect us. Like, that's the thing. You won't disrespect us, okay? We were not bothering you. Like, we were literally minding our business. So then I take off after CJ to also come at that man because like it's problematic and the staff is doing nothing. So our friend stays and is talking to the staff and it's like, we need to speak with your manager. Our friend Tammy's like, we need to speak to the manager. Meanwhile, the three of us, the three black folks, are like taking off after the guy. And so this guy's like screaming and CJ is going after him and we're like, it's chaos. And so thankfully at that point, our Uber shows up and we like get to CJ. We're dragging him down the street. I'm yelling at this dude down the street, like, what is wrong with you? We weren't doing anything. Delete those pictures. I don't know what he's gonna do with those pictures. I don't like that. Like, I don't like that at all. I actually hate that. It's once he started taking me pictures and I don't know what you're doing with that. I don't like that. There's something off about that to me. It was very off. So then after that, like, we left, we got in the Uber, went to the next spot, which was a place called Carmen. We stood in line for 20 minutes. They refused to let us in because we weren't locals and regulars. So at first he played us. He'd walk up, he'd be like, how many people? Before we could even answer, he's like,
I'm sorry, it's impossible.
I'm like, then why even come over here? Like, just say we're not letting people in. Why even ask how many people are trying to get in? It was just so rude. It was so freaking rude. This is like apparently a place that like when Kendall Jenner's here for Fashion Week, like this is where she likes to go. Whatever. They are really just feeling themselves once again. And so it's just, you can say no, you can't come in, but like don't be rude about it. And like as Americans, we were like, well, can we just slide him a Benjamin and go in? Like, but apparently it's just not like that. Like when they're trying to curate their local vibe, I wonder what local means. When they're trying to curate their local vibe, they're just not having it. Nothing can get anybody else in. And it wasn't even just like, there'd be French speakers that walked up and like they would tell them no. And so I was just like, this is weird. And we just weren't sure because our group was very diverse. So the black people couldn't get in, the French white girls couldn't get in, the American white girls couldn't, like they were just being weird. I don't know. But for us specifically, he was being very rude. So then after that, we tried to go to another place and it was lined up all the way down the street. They weren't letting anybody in. And then after that, they're like, let's take an Uber and go like, 20 minutes this way. I'm like, yo, at this point, it's 3:30 in the morning. We should go home. But it was one of the girls in the group's birthday. So of course they don't want to end the night on like standing on the street having gotten rejected. So then we walked 20 minutes another way and I was getting ready to go home and then Jade and CJ called Ubers and me and Jackie called Ubers too. And then we were all just gonna go our separate ways. And then Jade and CJ got in their Uber and ours was 2 minutes away. And then our friends were like, please, please, please just stay. Like one more place. And so we finally, after walking 25 minutes, okay, like little wine drunk, little buzz, adrenaline racing after almost having gotten that fight. And then we're having to walk like 30 minutes. So when we get there, I sit on the couch for the rest of the night. I did not get up. I ordered a margarita and sat there. But it was live music. It was really nice. That part was like really cute. I think for me with nightlife, like I just need like big open spaces. I'm not really a club person. I'm more of a lounge person. Hip hop, Afro beats, maybe a little bit of pop. Please not in a basement, okay? And just like, I don't know, like a diverse crowd. Like, and I feel like that's kind of hard to find in Paris. Especially maybe skewing a little bit older, like not 20, early 20s. I don't know, like this just has not been. Every other part of Paris has been incroyable. It's been magnifique, amazing, I love it, okay? But everything about the nightlife here has been difficult to digest. That's something that I'm working on. I was supposed to be doing an Afrobeats thing this weekend yesterday, but I rescheduled it so that I could go to this party and do stuff with my friends. So that'll be next week. Hopefully that'll be a good vibe. It's supposed to be like a black vibe, very much so like Caribbean, African, African American, like that sort of stuff. So hopefully that's a good vibe. I think what I'm gonna do is just find that one bar, lounge, club, whatever that has those things, and that's where I'm gonna stick. When people invite me to do a whole bunch of other stuff, I'm gonna be like, I don't know about it, because they just be acting weird here. Like, I don't know, some bouncers just be acting weird. The men in there be acting weird. Like, yeah, at one point, one man just put 2 hands on me and shoved me. And like, for no reason. And so it's just like, I don't do that. Like, I am not coming out of my home to be bullied, talked down to, fight. I'll do it if I need to, but like, I'm not trying to be involved in all that. And so this past weekend has just been a little about that. So I'm gonna figure it out, because I always do, but I just wanted to be real honest, because people love to be like, Paris is everything. Well, I think it's everything. I think it's great. The nightlife situation is not it. I even had one club that I loved. Like, they played Travis Scott, Drake, like so much hip hop. It was dope. It was like black people everywhere. I loved it. It was in the city. It wasn't underground. Like, it was great. And then they didn't make it through COVID. I think they switched over to like this like table thing where you could only get in if you spent $1,000 for a table. And then they went under, because who has the time? That was my last weekend. I'm about to head shopping to get a few perfumes and do some returns. And then probably hang at Soho House for a little bit. And then I think me and Jackie are gonna go to like Montmartre and, you know, get a bottle of wine and just like sit and watch the sunset. It's just very like, I don't know, Parisian to me. I love it. So that's the plan for the day. I need a recovery day after all of that.
Okay, so on the top floor of this mall, so loud. On the top floor, there's a terrace. Apparently, it's really pretty. So let's take a look. Holy crap, this is crazy. Wow, this is so gorgeous. Let's find them, and I need food. I know I'm about to get hangry. Y'all, Jackie has single-handedly convinced me to get Le Labo. Not because she was just talking all day about it, but the sis smells banging, okay? Like, she smells so good. We went out like 2 nights ago, and I literally was like, I can still smell you. She was like, and girl, that's only 2 sprays. It lasted all night long, okay? Like, it's crazy. So I was like, girl, we're going to get it today. We're going to get it. So we're here at Galerie Lafayette, and we're going to get that fragrance and probably the Bal de Freak from, I don't know how to pronounce it, Byredo? Jackie, influencer of the year.
Bonjour. So this is a summer fragrance I was telling you about.
This is the one that you wear, though.
Yeah, this is the one I wear.
Okay, how much is this big one?
It's a 265.
265. And then is there a smaller size?
Yeah, it's available. So the medium size in 50 milliliters, so 180.
Okay, I'll do this one with the Santal 33.
Would you like to write your name on the label?
Yeah, why not? Jackie trying out her new fragrances, which she will influence me to buy. Y'all, this is Galerie Lafayette. You have seen me here 2 other times. I'm back. I'll be back again. I think we all know that. Jackie likes Bal de Freak, y'all. She likes Bal de Freak. Okay. Yeah, we have to get this one. I'm probably not gonna do the huge one. That's my favorite. But I'll get the like medium sized one. It's a fave. It's a fave, babes. Ooh, I'm so excited. Hi again. Good to see you. Can I just get the like small size of Bal de Freak? Thank you. They have the body wash, they have the hairspray, they have everything. Alrighto, y'all. Alright, y'all, we're at Soho House. They're gonna get mad at me for recording, but this is an everyday occurrence. Jackie in the house, Francois in the house. We're gonna eat. Okay, this is my food, y'all. Beef bolognese. Rondo needs to see. Okay. Oh, pretty. Hi friends. I got home at a respectable time, which I think is great. But I ended up just like staying up on the internet, like
getting all my content that I've been filming uploaded, figuring out stuff with my editor, like all that stuff. So that literally took like 4 hours. So now it's literally past 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm like, here we are again in the same exact position. It's all good. I go to sleep well. I've been sleeping very well lately. I think Paris just does that to me. But I think I have any plans tomorrow. I need to check, but because I know at some point I'm supposed to go vintage shopping, but I think that's on Tuesday. Like there's a French woman who's going to be taking me. He's like, I guess, an expert in like French fashion, French thrifting, vintage shopping, designer, all that stuff. I'm doing that at some point this week, but I'm about to sleep. Oh my goodness, I'm about to sleep. I really need to sleep. So good night. I'll see y'all in the A. No, you know it's gonna be the PM. When I wake up, by the time I wake up, it's usually 1 p.m. So I'm gonna see y'all in the PM tomorrow. Tomorrow's Labor Day in the US, so that's fun. It was a really nice day today. It's crazy, like I met Jackie, my friend, like 4 days ago through our friend Tamara, and like she's just so cool. And like we've clicked so much, and it's just like, I don't know, it's just nice to have like girls that you're comfortable with. So I just appreciate Tammy and Jackie and all the women here that have just made me feel so welcome. Like I just feel like I could do anything. I don't know, when you have a team of women behind you, you just feel unstoppable. It was a really nice day. We'll have another story time for y'all tomorrow, so tune in then. What did I tell y'all? I would see y'all in the PM because it's 2:22 here, and I'm just now rolling out of bed into my living room, having some leftovers, doing a face mask. Excuse the face. Like I've been telling y'all over and over, I just had a really bad breakout a few weeks ago. And so while I was able to get the breakout under control, after that comes the scarring and hyperpigmentation and everything like that. So I'm like doubling down on my like Hyper products. If y'all haven't shopped with Hyper, Black-owned brand, and they recently came out with a cleanser. So I started with my cleanser this morning, and then now I am doing my Fade and Glow AHA mask, and like really concentrated down here where the majority of my hormonal acne is. So doing that, had another breakout right here this morning. I'm just like, please, can we let me live? Can we just let me live? But I think God is telling me, girl, you can have it all, girl. That's what I'm doing. I actually have absolutely no plans to leave this house today. I will be in this house the entire day. Probably just watching Netflix and drinking water, maybe a little bit of wine. And figuring out the Lashify kit because I couldn't do it the other night. I'm just gonna hang here for pretty much the entire day. This will be my first day ever like not leaving the house at all. But I have what I need. I have food, I have water, I have all the things, so it should be fine. I'm just gonna read and journal and, you know, have a cute little Monday in the house, pampering myself. Those are the plans, fam. I'm about to take this mask off and then give it a little bit of time, and I can show y'all the glow later. Bye, friends. Okay, just got done with the mask. This is my skin, man. Oh, this is it. It's taking me out, y'all. But yeah, just working on the hyperpigmentation along my jawline. That's really the main goal. It's usually my problem area, likely hormonal. Let's be honest. I think we all knew I wasn't gonna stay in the house and eat leftovers all day. So I am ordering takeout from the Asian place I went to a while back. I'm craving those noodles. So about to head there before it starts pouring outside. Best cocktail I've had in Paris. It's 4:30 in the morning and I just finished online shopping all the Labor Day sales back at home. And in 6 hours, I'm gonna be waking up to go shopping IRL here in Paris. This has to end. I can't be shopping on 2 continents. It's not good for me. It's not good for me. Or my wallet. Oh, today was a very relaxing day. I'm excited to continue the relaxation. And then tomorrow we go vintage shopping. And I have to go to the mall again. Because the last time I went and bought that perfume, I forgot my passport. And you can't like file your tax refunds without the actual passport. I thought I could get away with a picture. So I have to go back today and just give them my passport so they can like file the tax refund. So that's the plan tomorrow. I can't wait to vintage shop. Yay! She's supposed to be like an expert, so very exciting stuff. Good night, y'all. Freaking 4:30 in the morning. I cannot. It's enough. It's enough.